Darkness cannot hide for long times unnoticed. Darkness may come by and go away, but darkness eventually will never leave eternally. Hence, deep in the endless shadows, a large unknown distance away, was the home planet of the Crimson Creator cosmic species, or the Crimson Creators, the planet of Crimsozona. Thus, although the Mangwang Crimson Air forests stayed intact for trillions of light years, and yet within these Mangwang Red A forests lives the passive yet powerfully reserved and resilient Ernophoridromin species, who are the top predominant species living here, patrolling and protecting these sacred hunting and breeding grounds. Then a long past since we last saw the first and original Crimson Creator species members. By this time they've resisted technological innovations and intervention. Therefore, they focused on an arid planet Darfnia, mainly out of curiosity. After the first arrival terraformers successfully and safely landed, these Crim Creepers began to build their civilization, using their superior knowledge from the Celestials' realms to manifest raw and pre-made materials and supplies at will. Over time, one of these civilizational hubs became known as Merstenamont Stone City, or as Vanter Nalutrafin in their native's tongue. However, in another city of Crim Creeper civilization, known as Magnum Valcaranus Basifin City, there was the Garden Seal Industrial Mill. Here, these industrial mills were used to process and produce raw materials to build unique Crim Creepian technologies, such as the Relkelum class battleship and other industrialized machinery built by the Crim Creepers. Meanwhile, back to Tutarthu and Geordis, the unexpected duo decided to set up camp at the starry skies of the Minoaglaean region. While the duo was getting along with each other, Tutarthu conducted an examination of his Tuspina Row 11 starfighter. Then he found a mango grove and seed embedded on the exterior paint of this vehicle. Afterwards, this gave him an idea. Tutarthu used his nanotechnology to build greenhouses in the habitable areas of the Minoaglaean region. Eventually, the Minoaglaean species started to become more welcoming of this change of scenery. In return, they built primitive but effective greenhouses mirroring Tutarthu's success as well as morphing their culture. Thus, they agreed to slowly accept and integrate modern technology into their lives. However, 2 decades later, back on the remote planet Darfnia. Planet Darfnia was named Nuus Homoplanus, of the Crimson Creator species, whilst parts of the Nuus Homoplanus prevailed and unkept as the Wild West, such as the Bugiamus frontier plains. Meanwhile, back in civilization, Tashvadsad Borlinging Arakorma grew tired of the monotonous life of his home world. Therefore, he ordered the Crimsuhav Space Force to begin expanding into outer space, conquesting for unclaimed resources and species to become loyal under their doctrine of heroic honor and dignified discipline. Afterwards, Tashvadsad Arakorma summoned the best and brightest aerospace engineers and scientists to feature the Vadlanum class voyage battleship, built and designed to survive atmospheric and land battles simultaneously while self-replenishing food and essential supplies on board. However, these battleships may have helped maintain order. The Aroera whale species were truly the peaceful overlords, gliding through the space and starry skies of planet Darfnia. Meanwhile, back into outer space, near the edge of known space, around the Vidvidvindali solar system, the mysterious Aknal Sanjal species were observing planet Darfnia were using invisibility, taking notes from far, far away. Then at the Minoaglaean region, a semi-rare event that happens every other month within the Minoaglaean stellar region system. It was the pristine and colorful Minoaglaean sunrise. Meanwhile, the 30th Grand Ruler of the Aknal Sanjal species, Valiapope Thranduil Sungwills of the Minoaglaean region, was a key member of the ominous Viridian Oligoth, a branch of the Vathan dynasty under the ruling influence of Crimsonote Vinticatalitaka, as she was one of the Crimsonakitans of the Crimshanban Alliance Order. Thus, under the protection of Valiapope Thranduil Sungwills, the two Tutarthu and Geordis were formally introduced to the Viridian Council, who allowed access to meet Crimsonote Vinticatalitaka herself. After they were introduced and later accepted, Crimsonote Vinticatali decided to put Mr. Tutarthu's expertise in a real-world test, allowing for some relaxation and solidarity time for Geordis. Because of the Pithanian Palace, the main residence of Crimsonote Vinticatali was a sterile, clean, and orderly place. By contrast, the Mort Desokan Lodge was an unchecked biohazard place, nearly completely cut off from Tippenton civilization. because of its putrid and musky atmosphere unless it was sterilized for the Tipontapo species reclamation. Thus, Crimson Oat Vinticatali requested the experienced Mr. Tutarthu to use his miracle netherite construction nanobots to clean up this place for reconstruction. After her authorization, Mr. Tutarthu left the palace immediately and began arduous work to clean up and recover the needed Mort Tisokan Lodge. After Mr. Tutarthu successfully cleaned up the then biohazardous Mort Tisokan Lodge a week later, he was officially awarded as in Pintino Gavin under Crimson Atep's leadership, thus concluding this part of his character arc.